Hey everybody, this is Madam Molly with your weekly tarot insight for October 31st through November 6th. I'm pulling this a day late. Normally I pull on Mondays, but this week I'm pulling on Tuesday. We ended up with yesterday being Samhain, or Halloween if you don't celebrate Samhain. It's typically a celebration of your ancestors, and we can see this in the Day of the Dead and All Souls Day, All Saints Day in the Catholic traditions, all being around this time. This is a time when the veil between the worlds is thinnest. And yesterday I spent quite a bit of time at home in contemplation of my ancestors, both recently gone and those gone in the very distant past, many of them which I didn't know in my lifetime. I reworked my ancestor altar, and I built a hand fasting marriage altar. I was married at the beginning of last month, and I wanted to honor not only my ancestors and those that went before me, but also the change in my life and how I wanted to move forward from yesterday forward. A lot of people who celebrate Samhain view yesterday as a ending and beginning of a new year. I don't necessarily. I see the winter solstice as the ending and beginning of my new year because that is when the night is longest and the day is shortest, but from there forward the day grows longer. So I'm giving you a little insight about how I practiced yesterday. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards for this week. We start with the Six of Cups, which absolutely fits in for yesterday and the beginning of this week, which also includes other ancestor recognition days. Six of Cups typically talks to me about childhood memories and influences. This could extend further back into your ancestors' influence over your lives. From an anthropological point of view, I understand that beliefs and practices from thousands, hundreds of years ago are things that are handed down to us generation through generation. We don't often understand why we have a belief about something or why we think the way we think. And often this is because some great ancestor had a belief system or lived in a society with a particular set of beliefs. And this was handed down from generation to generation. Though things change and every generation feels they're probably the most modern thing that ever happened, we still have systems of belief that are carried forward. So the Six of Cups is what is influencing the beginning of the week. As we get nearer to midweek, we see that the Ten of Cups comes into influence in our lives. Wow, one day I'll actually get this so it shows well in this camera. Anyway, here's the Ten of Cups, and this is midweek's energy. With this energy, we see that there's a sense of inclusion in family. We kind of know our place. We've actually feeling really well about how we fit. We may not necessarily view family as biological by any means. This could be the groups we associate with and how we fit in those places, our society in general, our spiritual paths, our religions. Midweek, I think it's appropriate to say that this is a really appropriate card because we've taken a look at our past, both childhood and ancient past, in the beginning of the week, and now we're here and we understand who we are a little better and where we kind of fit into those structures. Coming to the end of the week, it's kind of an interesting card to see for the end of the week after such a positive reassessment of things and a learning and expression of who we are, is the Five of Pentacles. Near the end of the week, what I see here is kind of a getting away from that feeling of inclusion and family security and individual security that we've experienced at the beginning of the week, and we're not looking at all the things that are of benefit to us. It's like we're outside of all of the things that offer resource to us. It could be we're outside of our typical spiritual path. It could be that we're outside of the right job, but we're looking at it in a way that is not necessarily positive. We could shift our are focused easily by saying, instead of, oh, woe is me, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, we could change that focus and look forward to what we do have. I think the reason that this card is coming up late in the week is because early next week we have the elections here in the United States, and many people are kind of polarized about the options, and some people are feeling very insecure about their choices, and they're not really sure what direction to take. And even if you are sure what direction to take, you may not be feeling really confident that that's the absolute best choice. So I think that there is a sense of worry and concern that things may get out of hand, and that the life that you currently understand may not be the way you want it, but you're concerned that it could get a little worse for everyone based on the election cycle coming up next week. I'll be interested to pull the cards next week on Monday and see what the energies are present next week during that election cycle. So this has been the Tarot Insights for this week of October 31st through November 6th. And if you're ever looking for a reading, you can look me up on www.madammollies.com. I'm also offering Reiki sessions and Reiki attunement and training. I'm now offering chakra balancing, and soon I will be offering aromatherapy touch, which is the use of essential oils on the hands to help relieve and release some energy. I don't like blockages, but an energy stagnation, and get things moving again for you. There are reflexology points associated with the hands. There's meridian points associated with the hands. And there are pressure points associated with the hands, similar as you would find in the ears or the feet, and all over the rest of the body. So this is going to be an interesting new service I'm offering. Again, if you're interested in these things, look at www.madammollies.com, and I'll look for you next week.